Most people believe that controlling diabetes is about what you eat during the day. But the truth is, your blood sugar at night is where most people lose control. And it often starts with something that looks harmless. A simple night snack. There is a best night snack for diabetes that can help you maintain stable blood sugar overnight and avoid blood sugar spikes at night. But most people are doing it the wrong way. Because it doesn't look like a mistake. It looks like a healthy choice. So now that you understand the pattern, let's go deeper into what's actually making this healthy routine a problem. Because it's not just about eating at night, it's about what you're eating, when you're eating, and how often this pattern repeats. Most people choose foods they believe are safe: fruit, granola, whole grain snacks, low-fat options, things labeled as healthy, and during the day, these choices can make sense. But at night, these same foods can turn into foods that increase blood sugar at night. Why? Because your body is not designed to process glucose efficiently. At that time, your insulin resistance at night is naturally higher, your metabolism is slower, and your blood sugar control at night becomes less efficient. So even a small portion can lead to higher glucose levels during sleep. And this is where things become dangerous, because this happens inside your nighttime routine for blood sugar control. You don't notice anything, you go to sleep. Everything feels normal, but internally, your body is dealing with elevated glucose for longer than it should. This is how hidden habits that raise blood sugar become a problem. Not because of one single moment, but because of repetition, night after night. The same diabetic bedtime snack, the same timing, the same response, and over time, this becomes one of the most common habits that raise blood sugar at night. Your body starts adapting, your system becomes less efficient, your response to glucose weakens, and your ability to stabilize blood sugar overnight begins to decline. And this is where things start to shift in a negative direction, because now, it's not just about one habit, it's about a pattern, system, a routine that's slowly training your body the wrong way. And this is exactly why many people begin to experience prediabetes warning signs without understanding the cause. Because everything looks right. There's no obvious mistake, just a routine that feels healthy, but is slowly affecting your metabolism. And once you see this clearly, you understand something powerful. Improving your health is not just about choosing healthy foods. It's about choosing the right habits at the right time. Before I show you what the best night snack actually is, tell me in the comments, what do you usually eat before bed? Now that you understand the pattern, let's look at what's actually happening inside your body at night. Because this is where everything starts to make sense. After dinner, your body begins to slow down, your metabolism shifts, your energy demand decreases, and your insulin resistance at night naturally increases. This means your body becomes less efficient at processing glucose. So even if you choose what looks like a healthy late-night snack for diabetes, your system is already at a disadvantage. Now combine that with your nighttime routine for blood sugar control. Sit lying down, scrolling your phone, staying completely still. And what happens next is subtle, but powerful. Your body receives glucose, but it doesn't process it efficiently because there's no movement. No activation. No extra support. So your system depends almost entirely on insulin, and since your blood sugar control at night is already weaker, glucose stays in your bloodstream longer. This is exactly how blood sugar spikes at night begin. Not from something extreme, but from something common. Something repeated. Something you do every day. And here's what makes this even more important. You don't feel it happening. There's no immediate feedback. No warning signal. Your blood sugar before sleep can already be elevated. And you don't even realize it, because everything feels normal. You go to sleep, thinking your diabetic bedtime snack was a good choice, but internally, your body is dealing with higher glucose levels during sleep. And over time, this pattern builds, your system adapts, your response becomes less efficient, and your ability to stabilize blood sugar overnight begins to decline. This is how small daily habits for blood sugar control turn into long-term problems, and this is also why many people start experiencing prediabetes warning signs without understanding the cause, because nothing looks wrong on the surface. There's no obvious mistake, just a routine that seems harmless, but slowly affects your metabolism. And once you understand this, you stop focusing only on food, and you start paying attention to timing. To patterns. To what your body actually needs at night. Because that's where real control begins. If this is helping you see things differently, subscribe to Health Insight MD and like this video. We post every day and most people never learn these small details that completely change their blood sugar at night. If you want to stay ahead and actually understand your body, you're in the right place. Now, let's talk about something that feels very familiar, because this is where most people recognize themselves. You finish your day. Dinner is done. You finally slow down. You sit or lie down, maybe turn on the TV or grab your phone, just a few minutes to relax. And at some point, you feel like having something small, because you're really hungry, but because it feels right. So you choose what seems like a healthy late-night snack for diabetes. Something light, something safe, something you believe won't affect your blood sugar at night. And then, you go to sleep feeling like you made a good decision. But this is where the problem begins. Because this exact moment is one of the most common hidden habits that raise blood sugar. Not because of what it looks like, but because of how often it happens. This becomes part of your nighttime routine for blood sugar control. Automatic, effortless, repeated every night, and slowly, this turns into one of the most consistent habits that raise blood sugar at night. Because your body is not in a state to process that snack efficiently, your insulin resistance at night is already higher, your metabolism is slower, and your system is preparing for rest. But instead of supporting that process, you're adding more glucose, and since there's no movement, no activation, no support, your body depends almost entirely on insulin, and this is when your blood sugar before sleep begins to rise, quietly, without any signal, without any warning. And this is what makes it dangerous, because your blood sugar control at night is being affected, and you don't even notice. Everything feels normal. You fall asleep, but internally, your body is dealing with elevated glucose levels during sleep. And when this happens occasionally, it's not a big issue, but when it becomes a pattern, that's when things change. Night after night, same behavior, same response, same outcome. Your body adapts, your system becomes less efficient, and your ability to stabilize blood sugar overnight starts to decline. This is how small habits turn into long-term patterns, and this is why so many people begin to experience prediabetes warning signs without understanding why. Because nothing feels wrong. There's no obvious mistake, just a routine that feels harmless, but is slowly working against you. And once you see yourself in this, everything changes, because now you understand. It's not about doing something wrong. It's about doing something automatically, without realizing the impact, and that awareness is where real change begins. So now that you see the problem clearly, here's where everything shifts, because the solution is not complicated, it's not extreme, and it doesn't require cutting everything you enjoy. It comes down to one simple adjustment: what you eat right before bed. The truth is, the best night snack for diabetes is not about eating less. It's about eating smarter. At the right time, with the right combination. Because if you want to stabilize blood sugar overnight, you need to stop thinking only about healthy foods, and start thinking about how your body responds at night. At this moment, your system is slower, your insulin resistance at night is higher, your blood sugar control at night is more sensitive. So what works? A diabetic bedtime snack that doesn't overload your system, that doesn't spike glucose, that supports your body instead of challenging it. And this is where most people get surprised. Because the answer is simple. You combine protein, healthy fats, and very low sugar impact. That's it. This is what helps prevent blood sugar spikes at night. This is what supports glucose control overnight, and this is what allows your body to stay more stable while you sleep. Not by restricting everything, but by choosing better. And here's the key insight. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. Because when you repeat this every night, you start to change your pattern. Your body adapts, your system becomes more efficient, and your ability to stabilize blood sugar overnight improves naturally. This is how a simple habit turns into a powerful routine. And this is why this works. Because instead of fighting your body, you're finally working with it. Now, let's make this even clearer. Because this is where most people underestimate the impact. When you choose the right diabetic bedtime snack, you're not just avoiding a mistake. You're actively supporting your body during the most important hours of the night. While you sleep, your body is working, repairing, balancing, regulating, and your blood sugar at night plays a big role in all of that. When your glucose stays stable, your system stays calm. But when you have repeated blood sugar spikes at night, even small ones, your body has to keep adjusting, working harder than it should. And over time, this is what weakens your blood sugar control overnight. Not one big mistake, but many small ones, repeated every single night. Now here's what changes when you get this right. When you use a best night snack for diabetes that actually supports your system, you reduce unnecessary glucose fluctuations, you help your body stay more stable, and you make it easier to stabilize blood sugar overnight, naturally. No extremes, no drastic changes, just a smarter approach. And this is where real control starts. Because instead of reacting to problems, you're preventing them. This is also one of the simplest ways to reduce the impact of insulin resistance at night. Not by forcing your body, but by removing what was stressing it. And here's something most people don't realize. It's not the big decisions that change your health. It's the small ones you repeat consistently. Your nighttime routine for blood sugar control matters more than you think, because your body learns from patterns. And once you start giving it the right signals, it responds. It adapts. It improves. That's how you build real, long-term results. Not by doing more, but by doing the right things at the right time, every single night. So now you can see how something small, done at the right moment, can completely change your blood sugar at night. And the truth is, it's not about doing something extreme. It's about doing the right thing consistently, because your body responds to patterns. What you do once won't define your results, but what you repeat every night will. And this is how you begin to improve your blood sugar control overnight, not by forcing your body, but by supporting it when it matters most. This is how you start to stabilize blood sugar overnight. This is how you reduce unnecessary blood sugar spikes at night. And this is how simple habits become part of a powerful nighttime routine for blood sugar control. But there's one more detail that most people still overlook. Even if you fix your best night snack for diabetes, there's another moment, right before sleep, that can either support everything you're doing or quietly work against it. There's a video on your screen right now. Click it and continue with me there. That video was made specifically for you. Here on Health Insight MD, our commitment is to bring you daily videos to help improve your quality of life and support your longevity. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and comment below what you want to see next. I read everything and I'm here to help you. I'll see you in the next video.